how do you feel about the rise of comedy stardom for so many guys in the last 3 to 5 years and their rise to success with social media versus the way you and others did it pre-social media when it was just, hey, we were on the road for 10 years, making $50 a night if we were lucky, working as a waiter or whatever it might be for 7 to 10 years, trying to get a special. What's your thoughts about where comedy is now and where some of these guys and gals are kind of really taking off with content versus before?
So this is an interesting question for me, because you could slip into this, my day, you could do that, which I've had my moments of, like, is what we're seeing now on social media with these kind of, I call them like flash in the pan videos. And then they're catapulted into, oh, okay, you're going to go see them live now. And 2,000 people are going to show up and see, what are they going to see? I've never been to these stand-up shows, so I don't know. I can't speak to, like, if a guy or a woman makes it offline and then starts doing comedy live. I don't even know what that looks like. All I know is I know how hard it is to come up with material, and I know how much practice that this requires to be a polished, seasoned comedian. I can't even imagine how the internet prepares you at all for live performance, because there's you got to do the work. There's no, like, you can't jump the line. You can, but then, like, what happens after that?
Right. You could build audience and get attention, but you still have to deliver on stage.
Got to deliver on stage. So that's number one. Am I mad at the way this is? I'm mad at the sense that maybe we're not going to see, or maybe this is taking away from the younger generation the course of doing night after night after night, and maybe we're not going to see as polished comedians. Maybe, I don't know. Time will tell. You could also look at it like this. I have social media. I have the same opportunities that they have, right? I could be utilizing social media to become the biggest comedian in the world, because I not only have the act, I also have the opportunity now to build with these videos online. Now, for me, I don't think I have found my world.
Your
on
lane.
My lane. I don't know where, I do a podcast, The Pete and Sebastian Show. I've been doing this for 12 years.
Wow.
Right? 12
years?
Years.
I've been doing this 11. I didn't know many people were doing it longer than me.
We're under the radar. You're popular. We're not. Now, I've been trying to crack the podcast code.
Yeah.
Right? Now,
with all these comedians blowing up on podcasts, right?
Yeah, I'm like, geez, like you just go down the list, the Theo Vaughns,
everyone
the Bobby
but
Lees.
You.
Yeah, everybody but me is making it in the podcast arena, right? So I'm like, all right, what do we got to do on our what are we missing on the podcast? What's not? What do we've never had guests. It's just Pete and I talking. So we're like, the fact that we don't have guests, is that why we're still in the basement? Because we're not bringing in a guy or a girl with an audience that's going to make our podcast broader appeal, right? So we started bringing in guests over the last year, and we have yet to see whether or not, like, this is going to
pay off or whatever.
Pay off, but social media is there. You got the same social media everybody else has, so you can't complain that somebody is doing well on social media and then selling tickets in an arena. You can't complain on that.